Hi guys, I'm Teacher Mark. Today I'm going to talk to you about memorizing information. I'm going to give you some useful advice, some hints and tips of what you should do and what you should not do. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to talk about memorizing information. So first I want to talk to you about the length of period, the length of time you spend studying a subject. And this class is not dedicated to English specifically. This can be just generally across your whole life. I'm going to give you some useful advice. Okay, right, so first of all, the length of time you study. You often hear about students that the night before the exam, they will do intense study to get through that exam. This is actually not a good thing to do. It's really bad for you, and the information that you receive, you might remember it long enough to see you through the exam, but after the test, you will probably forget that information. So first of all, let's work on ensuring that the information you receive stays in your mind, not just for the test or whatever, but for a longer period of time. So first of all, you are going to study for 20-minute blocks. So 20 minutes. So you are going to do 20 minutes of study and then 20 minutes of break. The break, you want to relax, watch a bit of television, play a little bit of football, anything. Just make sure it's not related to your study. Okay, so then you'll go back, do another 20 minutes of studying and 20 minutes of break, and you will follow this. In the study period, make sure it is intense study, so make sure things like mobile phones are turned off. You do not want to be disturbed. You want to focus on what you are studying. So that's the first bit of advice I'm going to give you, and that's it. That's basically the time that you spend away from studying allows your mind, your brain, to organize all that new information. So that's the first bit of advice I'm going to give you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is studying in different locations. Okay, that may sound a bit strange. Why am I going to study in different locations? Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario. So we have a child. He's a very, very good little boy. We're going to call him Timothy. And Timothy is, as I said, he's a good boy. Every night after school he comes home, he studies for his test at the end of the week, and he sits down, he studies intensively. He's a good boy. But on the day of the test, he forgets everything. Absolutely everything. Why? Why does he forget everything? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because when he is studying for the test, he is in his own little bedroom. It's nice and cozy, it's comfortable. He's used to the environment. And so it's very easy to study. It's very easy to remember the information he is learning. But on the day of the test, on the day of the exam, he is suddenly in this big, I don't know, like a sports hall. He's probably with lots of other children around him, all doing their tests. So suddenly the environment has changed, and this is what makes us forget. So it's a really good bit of advice to make sure that you study in different locations. So for example, if I need to remember something, I will try and recall, and recollection is very important. I will try and recall that information when I'm on the bus, when I'm in a library, when I'm on the metro, for example. So I will try and recall this information in different locations, and that helps you to remember, and it helps you to become comfortable with changing your environment. Okay? Okay guys, so finally, the last thing I'm going to talk to you about are those periods of time when you have what we call mind block. So where you cannot think of the information, you cannot continue, because basically at this point you are overheating your brain. You're doing too much. Your brain needs to rest. It needs to have a break. So do you remember earlier I was talking about 20 minutes on and 20 minutes off? Okay, so 20 minutes on when you are studying is what we class as your focused period. And the breaks that you take are what we call your diffused mode. Okay, so when you are studying intensively, then your brain is working very, very hard. When you are having a break, your brain is relaxing. So in this diffused mode is when this is the most important time for you, because your brain is going to start making the neuronic connections. It's going to start putting the information together and making sense of it. So remember, whenever you are doing something, like trying to remember information, make sure you have breaks. You have to have breaks in order for your brain to just put everything together. If you think of a jigsaw puzzle, it's a bit like that. So when you first take in the information, the pieces are everywhere. They don't make sense. But when you relax, your brain starts putting them together, and then you get the picture. And when the picture appears, suddenly everything makes sense to you. Like, oh yeah! So anyhow guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, and I'll see you again in my next video. Take care guys. Bye bye.